Hello, and welcome back to Diary of a SOSO Mom. If you're new here, my name is Kimberly, and welcome. How are y'all doing? It has been like almost a month since I've been on here, and I apologize. Been going through a lot with this pregnancy, and I didn't want to come on here and give false information that I was receiving, and then everybody be like, oh my God, what's going on? So we have some things figured out now, and I'm going to give y'all the lowdown about what's going on, testing and stress-wise and so many different things, guys. So first and foremost, I believe the last time that I really updated anybody, I'm sorry, my kids, and they have been having one heck of a morning. So anyways, it started out with me being really upset with my OBGYN. She wasn't really explaining a lot to me. She was telling me that my low blood sugar wasn't an issue with pregnancy, that there was nothing wrong with the baby, when I really felt like there was. She wasn't doing any testing that I thought needed to be done. She wasn't interested in my concerns at all. Keep in mind, she's just a nurse practitioner, and I would highly recommend them not have patients see her, strictly her, because she doesn't listen well at all. So they started, when I started making a big fuss about things, they were like, oh wow, no one really is listening to her. So we started doing more testing. And with that, they told me, the first thing that they told me was that there was a chance that my placenta was decaying way too early. Now, this started at 29 weeks when they said that. I'm now 33 today. So at 29 weeks, they were like, oh, your placenta's decaying. At 30 weeks, they were telling me, that her umbilical cord wasn't working properly. And then I called in and was like, look, I'm not coming back to you guys at all unless I see Dr. Agarwal. That's the only doctor that I want during my pregnancies. She was my doctor with my previous two. So I told him, I was like, I'm not coming back in at all unless I see Agarwal herself. So thank goodness I got to see Agarwal herself, and now all my appointments are with just Agarwal. So she started doing growth scans weekly, biophysical profile ultrasounds, which watch her practice breathing, measure the amniotic fluid. They measure her brain, her size, just pretty much all around well-being of baby. They're also doing, I cannot for the life of me say like the actual word that it's called, but they're doing the umbilical ultrasounds on her now every week, and non-stress tests every week. So for the first, from 29 weeks until now, I've had one or two every week, and she hadn't passed a single biophysical profile. She kept getting 6s and 6s and 6s. And then so I went in and saw Agarwal herself, and she was just like, I think that these ultrasound techs are nuts. I don't see anything wrong with her, except she's just a little bit on the small side. So she sent me up to Indianapolis, which is like a super high tech ultrasound. And she actually passed her biophysical profile for the first time. Now keep in mind, this was the third week, but I want to say it was the 5th biophysical profile and umbilical ultrasound. She ended up passing that. So hallelujah, she passed it, and she's okay. The only thing concerning is that her weight gain has slowed down even more. I was 32 weeks and 2 days, and she weighed 3.1 pounds, estimated 3.1 pounds. Now, around that time, she should have been at pretty much 4 pounds. So I go tomorrow for another one. So we check her weight, umbilical cord, non-stress test, all that again tomorrow. So she's just running small. Her head and her stomach is her head and her stomach are measuring small. We're not really sure why, so they're obviously going to keep an eye on that and look into it a bit further. So it's been really hectic. The migraines that I was having are still going on. I'm still swelling a little bit. My blood pressure is still a little wonky, but no, I'm not spilling any protein in my urine, nothing like that. But like I said, I am seeing Agrawal herself now, and they're definitely keeping a closer eye on everything, which is making me feel so much better than I was. I was crying every day. Like, these nurses would call me and they'd be like, oh, her umbilical PI is heightened, which is like her endostolic flow. Yeah, okay, which means the blood flow was starting to slow down just a little bit. So, and then I would ask a question about what that meant or something, and she'd be like, oh, I'm not answering no further questions. Like, pretty much telling me, just sit there and freak out until you see the doctor yourself. So yeah, Agrawal told me, calm down, let's get it figured out. They're nuts for telling me that so many different things were going on and whatnot. So there's that. Now, with everything else that's been going on, like my morning sickness, I think, has kicked back up a little bit than what it was the last time I had made an update on here. Let's see, what else? Like I said, yeah, my migraines are definitely still happening every day. I am still waking up with a, like, right here, it literally feels like, you know, have you ever, like, slammed your finger in the doors and they'd be like, wonk, 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 wonk. Like, literally feel like they're about to bust throbbing? That's what my head feels like when I wake up. So I have been taking Tylenol. Amanda Bowman had me taking nothing but ibuprofen. I just need to note that. I need to note that because if that has caused anything, there's gonna be a lawsuit or something. Because this is my third pregnancy, and it is most definitely my last. Just because not only is my body just completely reacting to this pregnancy different, there's just been so much going on during this pregnancy that I just feel like this is just gonna be my last one. So hopefully I can get a complete hysterectomy after this. If not, if they won't give me a complete hysterectomy, then I don't know. I don't want my tubes tied because there's still, you know, a possibility of becoming pregnant, and I don't want that. So I really have no clue what to look forward to in that. If any of you guys have had a hysterectomy after your third kid, like, willingly, like, you say, hey, I want this done, please let me know. Let me know what I can do after this, because I don't think I can take any more. It's sad. I mean, I would love to be able to donate my uterus to my sister, who is trying to conceive. She's been trying to conceive a baby now for years. She's had 3 miscarriages, and she deserves to have absolutely a million kids, okay? But I think that with my last pregnancy being marked as high risk, and now this one being marked as high risk, I'm not going to be able to do the donation. So the only place I can donate my uterus now would be to, like, science testing. So that'll probably happen. I am starting to think about I want to, like, start planning my, like, how I want my birth and the labor and stuff like that to go. Like, I know I want, like, the delayed cord cut. straight to the boob. I don't want baby's vernix like cleaned off as soon as she comes out. I want her to stay in that. I don't want her to have her first bath for 24 hours. No bottle, just breast, you know. Birth plan, that's what it's called. Jesus, you'd think by number 3 we'd remember this stuff, but the truth is, by your 3rd one, you have so much mom brain that there's like no normal thinking going on up there. Stress wise, yes, I need to update you guys on my stress. So obviously my stress was heightened because of everything that the doctors were not telling me. However, they did start me on Effexor, and wow, I have noticed a tremendous difference in not only my mental health, but like physical health with that. Physical health probably is following the mental health, like the energy wise. I mean, my tiredness has definitely heightened. Still nothing like my last pregnancy, but we're getting there. We're working on things. So I'm definitely getting better. My weight, like I'm still losing and gaining 4 pounds here and there. That really has to do with my appetite and my nausea, because like I can't force myself to eat. I'm sure that some of you have been through this. It is so hard to force yourself to eat when you feel just so nauseous. Like you're nauseous because you're not eating, but you're not eating because you're nauseous. And it's just this big kerfuffle, okay, going on in my body. So they're keeping an extra close eye on her just because of that. My acid reflux has gotten so bad. I've started taking omeprazole, which is obviously an acid reducing medication, over the counter. My TMI, click off now if you don't like TMI. My hemorrhoids have literally taken over my entire anus. Like, it's like a swollen donut down there. That's really all there is to it. I've tried this Preparation H. Witch hazel never worked for me. Like, there's a lot. Someone told me to put Vicks on it, and I'm just like, hello, Burn City. I don't want to burn my butthole like that. No, thank you. Has anyone tried breast milk? I asked that in a breastfeeding group that I'm in on Facebook, and everybody's like, oh, I never thought of that, but wow, because breast milk does so much. But yeah, so next time I start leaking and I go to save it, I am definitely going to be trying that on my hemorrhoids. Let's see. My mucus plug, guys. Oh my gosh. I am losing a lot of mucus plug. You're just gonna hear some whining in the background because my children are, like I said, they're having a morning. They are having a morning. Anywho, and mucus plug. I have started losing like bits and pieces of my mucus plug a few weeks ago. Not in the last couple days, I've been losing a lot of mucus plug, which regenerates. So I mean that's not a really big concern unless it's blood tinged, brown tinged, unless there's like a color change to it, and there's not. It's normal color, all that. Like I said, TMI. I have been having like early labor contractions. Not constant. They do stop when I lay on my left side, and do all that fun stuff. Excuse me. Diarrhea has been absolutely horrible. She is so low in my pelvic. She was low in my pelvic the last time that I done a video weeks ago, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I feel so much pressure on my on my cervix already. My kids. And I'm really feeling like, I'm really getting like, oh my gosh, there is another baby coming. And I'm getting really nervous because, all of my kids are 2 years and 2 months apart, but I'm sure all y'all know that have kids that regardless of how many you have, it's like a new experience with each one. So that's kind of got me worked up a little bit. Just nervous, you know, with how it's going to work. I know Jaylee, my youngest right now, who just turned 2, she is going to be super jealous of this baby. Super jealous. I mean, they love on my belly. They kiss my belly. They say, "Hi, Ellie." Paxton picks up my ultrasounds and will show anyone that walks in the door, "This is Ellie. Ellie's in mommy's belly." And I'm just, it's so darn cute. But yeah, so I've talked about my hemorrhoids. I've talked about my diarrhea. I have updated you guys on her well-being as far as we know. It's been super crazy. Super, super crazy. So here at the end of this video, I'm going to like add in some pictures that I took while I was having all these tests done. Okay, well, I have to get off here because my children cannot handle themselves right now. Yeah. I'm going to add in those pictures and whatnot from all the tests and appointments that I've been to since the last time I've seen you guys. And yeah, I'm going to hop off here and get back to mommy duties. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.